I've had my cup of tea, persimmon tea. A good friend of mine in California sends me persimmon tea, and I just love it. So here we are in the all-in-one approach to succeeding at the piano, preparatory book A, and we stopped with Unit 5 on page 28 and 29. The students now get to learn the whole note. Can you see in this method how much reinforcement there is of just the quarter and the half note pulse? The students really know their white key names, they know their fingering really well, they know the difference between repeated notes and notes that go up and down. So now it's time for them to learn a new note value. So the little rabbit is back with our students, and we teach them how to clap and then hold, hold, hold through all 4 beats. Okay. Then we ask them, where's the whole note in this piece? And they're looking, and then they're so happy to find the whole note at the end of the piece. And we have them circle it. Oh my gosh, very good. So everybody knows Mary Had a Little Lamb. And students are always excited about learning this piece. We are going to put them in a middle C area in the right hand and then down the octave. And you know, I don't mind saying to my students, oh, just go ahead and play this one down the octave. They get the idea of what that term is, and I don't really explain it until later, but I'll say, go up the octave, go down the octave. It works out fine. You can see all of my teaching videos on the FJH SATP website, so you'll see wonderful children learning how to play the piano really well through succeeding at the piano, and you'll see me teaching them all. So Mary Had a Little Lamb, I don't think I need to play this for you. I do have a little icon that recurs throughout the piano method, having students check their natural C shape. And of course the questions of the musicality girl, we could ask the students before they play the piece as well as afterwards. Are you going to play this piece with energy? What do you think is a really important thing to listen for? Oh, I think a steady beat would be really good. And what are you going to be feeling in your hands when you play? I'm going to be feeling a nice, perfect piano hand. Right? So all kinds of things for the student to remember while they play. Chugging Trains is on page 30. You'll notice this is a mix of a little rhythm activity with the little girls, the 2 little sisters walking with each other. And here, listen to your teacher play a pattern, circle the one you hear. Okay, so I might do this. And I would certainly put another book over my hand. And the student says, oh, I heard the second one. Okay, go ahead and circle it. Right? How about if you play it back and have them come, show them the first note, and have them try to play it back. So a perfect ear training activity as well as rhythm activity. And then another time to compose activity. Chugging up and chugging down and all around the railroad track. Blow the horn down the tracks. This is the first time the students learn what a time signature is. Yippee-yi-yay! They now know what the time signature is. They have to put in the extra bar lines that are missing, and then they write in 4/4, and we just need to say there are 4 beats in every measure, and the bottom 4 means a quarter note gets 1 beat. Yellow Spaceship is on page 31. Here the students are learning middle C position for the very first time. Have the students add the time signature at the very beginning. Find and circle the repeated notes. Keep your eyes on the music and not on your hands. Okay, so I'm going to play both parts together. We talked before about how there are 7 composers who write for the all-in-one approach to succeeding at the piano. This is a lovely piece by Kevin Olson. Kevin Costley writes for the piano method, Timothy Brown, Ed McLean, Mary Leaf, Valerie Roth-Robos, and myself. So students hear so many different personalities throughout this method, which is a real plus. So in my yellow spaceship, we can certainly talk about hand position, we can talk about the different dynamics, and students just love to sing that piece after they have learned it. So many teachers ask me, when do you have the students start to sing the music? Well, I usually let that be kind of the icing on the cake. So the student has to learn their pieces rhythmically correct, note correct, fingering correct at the beginning. And when they can come back to me and play that with 100% accuracy, then I add the teacher duet part. So that is a reward for doing well with their practicing all week. And also, singing the words becomes a real part of the icing on the cake. Students love it. They'll play it over and over again with us, right? And they really have that great sense of success. Now let's go ahead and take a look at page 32. This is where the students learn steps for the first time. I'm still in middle C position, and I'm going to be there for a little while so that the student starts to feel anchored in this nice middle C, and it feels comfortable playing the keys around that middle C. We teach steps for the first time, and you know what? I think I need to get a few erasers. So why don't I go ahead and get those, and then we will continue on with page 32 when I come back. Sound good? So if you have some little erasers around the house, this is a really great way to get students to start to understand their intervals.